All right. It's currently January 31st, 2019, and I'm going to be doing a little bit of a time picture frame, a little bit of introduction to who I am to give you, whoever's watching, a little bit of insight on who you're watching, and for me to come back, hopefully a year from now and be like, okay, here's where I started, here's where I am, and hopefully see how I made quite a difference. Think of it as kind of like a before after photo when you're working out, right? So I'm going to cover four things. Who am I at the moment? Where do I want to go? What's stopping me from getting there? And how am I going to get there, right? How am I going to overcome all the obstacles that are stopping me? And to be quite honest, the obstacles that are stopping me are pretty simple. Uh, they're not complicated, but they aren't exactly easy to overcome, you could say. So first things first, I am currently 20 years old as of January 31st. And I live at home with my parents, right? I live still in the home nest egg, whatever. It's not good. I mean, I plan to move out this year in September, which would be about 8 months from now. Yeah, 8 months from now, right? September's the ninth month. We're on the second, or 7 months from now. So I'll be moving out then with two roommates, Patrick and Jillian. Shout out to them. I don't know if they would want a shout out, but they got one. I'm very excited for this. Quite honestly, it's kind of sad that I haven't done this earlier. I mean, I'm 20 years old. I'm in school, so I mean that's kind of an excuse, There's no real reason for me to still be here unless you can make the argument that it's smarter to have the investment mentality to stay home, save money. But regardless, I'm going to be moving out. And as I mentioned, I am in school right now. I'm at St. Mary's University. I study finance. I'm in my third year, so I'm going to be graduating at the end of this year, actually, in December. So January 2020, next year, I will be done school. Yay! But I will be done and actually being able to kind of go full time on whatever hustle or whatever I'm going to be trying to do. So I live at home. I go to school for St. Mary's, and it's kind of a funny story how I even got, you could say, persuaded, or how my life ended up with me going to university. I was very blessed, first off, to have two loving parents who wanted me to go to university and had the means to get me there. My mom, she actually works at the university, so I got kind of hooked up with a discount. I did okay in high school. I got a scholarship. I still have to pay quite a bit of money, but it's not nearly as much as, say, if I were to go international or something of that nature. And the thing is, I didn't really want, I kind of did, but I never really wanted to or saw that big of a use of going to university out of high school. However, I was just a kid. I mean, I'm still just a kid, but I was even younger of a kid then. And I kind of was just floating through life. I didn't have a goal. And, as the saying goes, when you don't know what to do something, right? And obviously going to university and getting an education doesn't seem in itself as like a bad thing, especially when you have the means to do it, right? So that's how I ended up there. I actually ended up doing my first year in biology. It's a funny story, in science, I should say. And I really enjoyed science, but uh, I'll get into why I changed in a second. But what happened was I actually enrolled in St. Mary's for business in the first place. Out of high school, I was going to do business. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I just figured, science is for if you want to go become a doctor or something. And then arts is kind of like, I'm not going to do arts, so I might as well just do business. But one of my friends was like, Matt, why don't you do science? I'm doing science. And this guy, no offense to the guy, but he got worse grades than me. And I thought science, he had to be very, very smart. And this guy's doing science, so I figured, if he can handle science and he's very confident he can, I can it too. So I went into science and I was going to become a pharmacist. That was the goal. About a year and a half in, I realized, yeah, this is not happening. I do not want to be a pharmacist. I'm way more interested in business than I am in science, so I switched to business. Luckily, I took a few business courses in my first year just to kind of have my foot in both doors, and worked out in the end. And then I switched to business in my second year. I actually did a year and a half in science, not just one. It turns out business school and university kinda is really boring. It's not boring, but it feels really irrelevant to what you're going to be using outside of school. And this may be just the courses, or maybe just the way I'm interpreting it. And I won't lie, as we get more advanced courses, things are kind of picking up and getting more useful. For example, when we actually get into the real finance courses, they actually seem to be somewhat applicable into the real world. Um, where were we going? Oh, but right, I'm studying finance now, which I've mentioned like 3 times. Funny story there is actually I started off with marketing, and then I was going to do finance, and then I switched to finance after that. The reason why I switched from marketing to finance, because marketing, in my opinion, is much more interesting and useful when it comes to owning a business, which is my long-term goal, own my own business, than finance. However, marketing seems, to me at least, I mean, I read quite a bit, it seems a lot easier to learn by yourself than finance, right? I mean, with finance, you kind of have to sit down, crunch numbers, really understand all the ratios and all that, all the things of that nature. Marketing is more of kind of more of kind of a macro perspective. It's a psychology, which I find just more inherently interesting, so I can read about it a lot more. And I figured I'm going to need to know both. Why not go to university? Something that's borderline a scam, right? You got to pay so much you don't get a refund. But go to university, learn finance, make the best out of it, and then learn marketing on my own, which I have been doing over the past few years now, actually. So that's for school. And yeah, as I mentioned, I'm going to be moving out next year with 2 roommates. They're both in science, but they're pretty. I think they're pretty smart people, so it's going to be a bonus. The reason why I haven't moved out until now is, quite honestly, I was just kind of coasting through life. I didn't really know what I was doing. You know, I don't know what to call it. Maybe millennial syndrome. I don't know. But a lot of people seem to not know what they wanted to do with their life, and were not really told to. I mean, my parents didn't really give me a great bearing for where I should go if I didn't know what to do. Although I didn't communicate it very well either, so it's on me, right? It's on me. But that's okay. Now I do have a general gist of what I want to do. And to put it very simply, I'm going to own a business long term. And right now, what I want to do, this is my 1 year goal. This is the thing I'm going to focus on daily. I'm going to update rigorously, relentlessly to make sure it happens. Is I'm going to create an information product and sell it online using funnels, right? Russell Brunson sold me on the idea of funnels, right? If you want to make money online, you got to have a funnel, and the only way to do that is with ClickFunnels. It'll be his statement, but I'm going to do it, and I'm going to make a lucid dreaming funnel because that's something that I'm very interested in, and I think it could be useful for many people. If you got to know this, you got to know the science and stuff behind it, and myself, I'm into it, right? So, to be quite honest, making this information product isn't going to be that hard. I don't think it's not going to be very complicated. It will be a little difficult. I'm going to lay out all the things that are stopping me at the moment and how I'm going to overcome them, right? Basically, I waste all my time. That's plain and simple. That's the only thing that stopped me, is I waste my time. I know what to do. I bet I could get it done. If I rigorously went at it, I bet I could get it done in a month. You know, I bet I could get it done in a month if I really just put my best effort forward for 1 month straight. But here's what's stopping me. Typically, I'll come home and I'll kind of, I don't even know, float. What's the word for this? But I might play some video games. I might just kind of go on my phone. I don't really browse on Instagram that much. I'm not really suffering from that. But YouTube's a bigger culprit of time, and I'll just kind of waste my time. You know, it just kind of float away. I realize I didn't really learn that much, and I'm just procrastinating the task that I need to do. Right now, I know the task I need to do is make the outline of the Lucid Dreaming course, make the outline of the value stack of the offers, and then make the course. After I do that, the rest of the process is going to be relatively easy to make the course. I really think I could do it all, the rest of it, pretty easily. Just doing that little bit is going to be very difficult. So from here forward, I'm pledging, okay? I'm pledging across allegiance with her. I'm not going to play one more video. I am not going to play. Okay, no more playing. I'm not going to play my Xbox, none of that. No video games ever for the rest of the year. Actually, there's only one game I'll play again, but until then, nothing. And that's Cyberpunk 2020, whatever. Maybe I might not play it, honestly. But that game just looked way too good. Might not play it anyways. So I'm going to stop playing. As for YouTube, I'll just stop. I have Ty Lopez's 67 Steps on my phone. I listen to that daily. This is a great way to kind of keep your mindset fresh, you know. We learn all the practical stuff in school, whether it's through high school, university, or wherever you're at. but we got to take the time to actually learn mindset. I think, at least in my opinion, I think mindset's really important as well, and that's a great way to get more mindset. Yeah, so that's how I'm going to get there. As for other things I'm going to be doing in my life, you can make the argument that, as Gary Keller says, you need one thing, you got to focus on that, devote your whole life into that. And I would argue my one thing is making this lucid dreaming course. So maybe I should just do that. Maybe I shouldn't even bother doing anything else. You know, it seems pretty logical that way. I was going to say I do read quite a bit. Right now I'm reading, let me see if I have it here. I am reading this book. Are you excited? Hey? Are you excited to see this book? You want me to show you the book? I'm sketching it here. It's a good one. It's actually one of my, I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but I would put it in the top 5 books that I've read in quite a while. And it's Mindset by Carol Dweck. I think I said Dweck. But it's a really, really, really good book. It's about growth mindset versus fixed mindset. Way more in depth. I'm going to be making a video on it. I don't know if you saw the rest of my, I make videos on all the video books I read, just so, you know, it's a lot easier to come back and watch a video than to read your notes, and it can be more engaging for yourself, and maybe other people can learn from it as well. So yeah, that's about it. I don't know if there's anything else I should really include in this. You know, who I am. Matt, I'm 20, living at home, got 2 jobs, going to school for finance. Doing a lot of extra I didn't mention this, but I'm doing a lot of courses online, whether it be Ty Lopez's course, Russell Brunson's course, you know, I think I have Alex Becker's course, things like that. Where do I want to go? I want to be e-com entrepreneur, which I feel really cringy even saying that. Basically, I want to make money online, and it's going to be a lot of work, and it's going to be really fun. I think it's going to be really fun. And first thing I'm going to do is make an info product on lucid dreaming. What's stopping me? Basically, I waste my time. And how am I going to do it? I'm going to stop wasting my time. And I already know how I waste my time. At least I've identified the way I waste my time is basically I play video games. So I'm going to go a little bit deeper on how I think will be an effective way to stop wasting time. And it's to develop new habits, right? I just thought of this right now from The Power of Habit by, I don't know his name, but Power of Habit, great book. Saw it on Mentor Box. He did great, what would you call it? Interview on it, and great synopsis, I don't know the word for it, where he basically explains everything from it. The cue I have right now for playing video games, I would say, is, you know when you're doing something, you might be working on something, whether it's if you're in school on an assignment, or you're later on maybe something doing like doing the laundry, right? You think of it, like, ugh, you feel that in your head? Did you feel that? Think of doing something you really don't want to do, whether it's doing the laundry, doing the dishes, I don't know what it might be, going to the gym for some people. You feel that feeling, it's like, like I don't want to do that, God, and then the routine is, for me at least, is to play video games and put it off, and that's what procrastination really is. It's just putting it off. I gotta change, and then the reward for that would be basically a little bit of downtime, I suppose. A little bit of time where you're mentally just, you know, easy. I'm going to change that. The cue's going to stay the same. The routine's going to change, and the reward's going to stay the same. So how can I get downtime more effectively? And I'm thinking it might be meditation. I already meditate right now. I'm thinking it either would be meditation or going for a run. So I'm going to try that out and let you guys know how it goes within the next month or 2. Oh, and one last thing. I want to set a 1-month goal. I think I should do 1 month updates. Within 1 month, I'm going to have, okay, the course outline done of the Lucid Dreaming Information product. I'm going to be on track for saving the amount of money I need to save to move out, or else I'm really going to be bootstrapping it next year. And I'm going to, after I have the outline, I'm going to be in the process of filming, or I'm going to be done filming within 1 month. When it's January, February, March 1st. Okay? That's it. Peace.